Previously on Sailing Bohemia, we made the short hop over to La Gringa in the northern Sea of Cortez, and had a once-in-a-lifetime encounter with a large group of whale sharks. Providing good shelter in most conditions, La Gringa is one of the more popular anchorages in Bahía de Los Angeles. We stayed in the area for a couple of weeks and took the opportunity to get on with boat work between whale shark sightings.
So Tom is heading up the mast this morning because he's going to try to repair the wind instrument which has been broken for ages. Obviously I made sure that he signed the life insurance documents so he can go up now safely. I will be in charge of the line, so let's see how that goes.
Yeah, the life insurance document is what makes this safe. You'll be glad to know.
Very safe. And in next season of Sailing Bohemia, we're going to have a new captain every week.
Yeah, because they won't be able to stand more than one with the current crew.
Yeah, that might be right. So taking applications now. Don't miss out.
Don't do it. I'm not quite trusting my life to these snap shackles. Got a safety line through them as well.
Oh, he's putting 2 lines. Shame.
Didn't account for that on your life insurance form, did you?
Can you pass the scissors, please? Well, that's annoying. Just when we are going up the mast, we've got a massive whale sharks right next to our boat. I should be down there, not here.
I'll get the view from the top for you. Poor man's drone.
It's all work, work, work on Bohemia, let me tell you that. Oh wow. Look at the boat. Oh no, he's gonna hit our anchor. Ah! Mind the anchor, dear. Oh, he's clever. Have you fallen yet?
Okay, so this is the problem with the wind instrument. This bit of plastic here on the top that measures the direction of the wind is really bent. I've tried to bend it back with my fingers. It's not a very scientific solution, but hopefully that'll do it for another few years. Let's see. Can you turn the instruments off and then on again, please?
Yeah. It's still showing 20 degrees to starboard.
Yeah, if anything, it's 10 degrees the other way.
Well, it's not going very well. I think we had a large bird landing on our wind instruments and it's all bent and it's not calibrating. It's still showing about 40 degrees difference than what the wind really is blowing. So I don't know how we're going to solve that.
Okay, so I don't know if this is progress or not, but here it is. We couldn't get it working up there. I tried manually positioning it to different positions and it was just reading kind of random readings down below. So we took it down. It should be a sealed unit, but I want to just take it apart and make sure all the connections are good. And then I'm kind of defeated. It might be a case of replacing it, but we'll see what happens. We decided to order a new plastic vane to replace the bird damage, but also found that the gauge in the cockpit was sticking. So it found its way onto the captain's ever-growing maintenance list. Well, the wind has arrived. It would be a crime not to be sailing with it today and just on the hook. So we are going short hop down south to Bahía de Los Angeles village.
blowing pretty hard directly behind us. So I think today we're just going to use the Genoa, and that will do for a nice downwind, comfortable sail to the village. Now this is my type of sailing. Only the Genoa is flying. We've got a wonderful 18 knots of wind straight behind us. No stress, no drama. And I think within 2 hours we should be in town. Yay.
We hardly ever go dead downwind with just the Genoa, but this is really nice. We've got plenty of wind behind us right now, and we don't need to worry about what the main is doing. Also, all our solar panels are unshaded and exposed right now, so we're generating like crazy. This is a much better way of doing it. I think if you have enough wind, we should do it more often.
And certainly less work for me. Otherwise it's always pull this line, pull that line, prepare to jibe. Yeah, I'm definitely advocate for front sail only. It's a bit windy and choppier than we were here last time, and we've got loads of provisioning to do. This is going to be last major provisioning for at least another 4 to 5 weeks. From here we're going to start heading to the Mexican mainland and visiting all the Midrift Islands, and there is no civilization there.
Provisioning went smoothly. We managed to upload a couple of episodes, and before you could say, stow those potatoes, we were on our way again.
Well, it's a bit of a sad day today. We're saying goodbye to all of our flotilla. We've been hanging around with about 5 of the boats for the last few weeks, and today is the day that we are heading further south. We're going to explore the Animas area before crossing the Sea of Cortez to the Mexican mainland. Like all good things come to an end, this flotilla came to an end as well, but we had a wonderful time.
So today is a big day in our sailing education. This is one of the first times, perhaps the second time ever, that we've sailed directly off the anchor without running the engine at all, not even just as a safety net. So it's been slow progress, but we've got perfect conditions for it. And obviously the less we use the engine, the longer it'll last. The batteries are charged, so we're just going to pull ourselves gently forward with the windlass. We'll take the mainsail out and maybe do a couple of tacks into the light air to pull us further forward as well. And then we'll take a sharp turn to the starboard side and hopefully just sail smoothly out of here. Or at least that's the plan. Wish us luck!
Okay, so head for the mountains. Oh, we are going. Yeah, keep us on this tack, keep forward. Okay, you need to prepare to tack again. The anchor is there.
Tack again.
Well, it's a lot of tacking, let me tell you that. Something what takes 3 minutes with the engine. We've been here for 15 minutes already. So don't do this if you're in a hurry. Tom, I think we are out. Okay, great. All this fun, 15 minutes, and then he turns the engine anyway because we nearly hit the boat.
Not worth risking it when you're still learning. Yeah, that was too much of a close shave. I could just see us getting closer and we weren't picking up enough speed, so yeah, it wouldn't have been a very nice goodbye to hit poor Dogfish.
It's okay, it's only Marga's boat. She would forgive us. And if we hit that boat, I'm telling you that our boat would come off worse than hers.
Okay, so we failed at sailing off the anchor. We tried, but we failed. I panicked and turned on the engine, but it was getting a little bit close for comfort to our lovely friend Dogfish over there, so I didn't want to leave poor Marga with a scratch.
Well, in summary, if you've got the diesel, just put on the engine. That's a great start. We've got 12 knots of wind, speed is 5.5 knots, nicely from the beam. It should be a very pleasant sail today. And again, we've been sailing for the last 3 hours. No bites on the fishing lines. There really is something going on in the north part of Sea of Cortez. There just isn't any fish. For spearfishing, there's plenty, but not for trolling. So I expected so many more dorados and tunas. Mind where you're going, Captain. Nearly had a man overboard situation. Yes, I expected so many more tunas and dorados, but no bites, nothing. So I hope once we start crossing the sea towards the Mexican mainland, that it will improve. Also, now we are without our friends with Makani, Fred and Veronica, who were excellent spearfishers. So it's time for me to start putting food on the table again. Pressure is on, because the captains need feeding. And his demands are very, very high.
I'm going to send him out as soon as we get there with his mask and snorkel and a spear gun, see what he can bring back.
Join us next time on Sailing Bohemia, where we complete our sail, arriving at the spectacular Animas slot.
We arrived in paradise and look what I'm doing.
The captain makes good on his promise to put the first mate to work. And we say goodbye to the northern Baja as we depart in search of the Mexican mainland. Special thanks in this episode go to our newest patrons for their kind contributions to keeping the cocktails flowing through our mammoth editing sessions. Thank you to John, who plans to set out on his grand ocean sailing adventure next year. John, it looks like we converted you back to the light side after years on your motor yacht. And thank you to our friend Rachel in Ensenada, who is planning to sail down the Pacific coast and explore the Sea of Cortez. Thank you so much, and here's to you. If you enjoyed this episode, then please don't forget to tell YouTube all about it by leaving a comment, giving the video a like, and subscribing to the channel. See you next time!